Let's do a couple more examples. M times n equals negative 18. If we're factoring this trinomial, we need the product to be negative 18, and we need the sum to be negative 7. Alright, so to get a product of negative 18, 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6, 4 doesn't go into it, 5 doesn't go into it, 6 is already covered, so that's our list. We need a sum that's negative, and we know that one of these two numbers has to be negative. Since the sum is negative, I know that the negative is going to have to go on the larger of the two numbers. And you can see pretty quickly that is my pair that I'm looking for right here, the 2 and the negative 9. So this factors as a plus 2 times a minus 9. Alright, on this one, we want m times n to be negative 12. Don't forget your negative there. M plus n to be positive 1. So looking at all the different ways I can get a 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. I want the product to be negative and the sum to be positive, which means the negative is going to go on the smaller of the two numbers. And let's look to see, it looks like this one right here has a sum of positive 1. You might double check to make sure that negative 3 times 4 is negative 12, negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1, those both check out. We end up with w minus 3 times w plus 4. There's no real substitute for doing these yourself. Watching me do them is one thing, but you got to practice these on your own. Alright, similarly here, we want the product to be negative 15 and the sum to be negative 2. Let's see, 1 and 15, 3 and 5. It looks like those are the only ways that I can write a product of 15. I want the product to be negative and the sum also to be negative, which means the negative is going to go on the right-hand side. It's going to go on the larger of the two numbers. And you can see there's my sum of negative 2 right there. This factors as y plus 3 times y minus 5. And again, you really should be going through these and double-checking your work, especially if you're answering this on a test or something like that. But even on your homework, I do recommend checking your work before you ask the computer if it's correct or not. Just get used to it.